Hello, hello. Greetings, everybody. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Who we got? Hi, Kiara. Hi. Hey, Kendra. Yeah, Kendra, we're waiting on that appeal, girl. We are still waiting on that appeal. Hey, Christina. Hey, Deja. Hey, Queen L. Peace. Tracy, peace. Kiara, peace. Listen, the red and the black today. I wonder what I was doing. All right. Gloria. Hey, Gloria. Hi, Ricole. Hi. You ain't got one yet? Okay, we're gonna look into that. Let's see what we can do to get you connected. Hi. I'm so happy to see you all here on this wonderful day. Today is, of course, Sunday, May 7th. And we are here to do the things for the weekly readings. A couple of things. Please check your mailbox Tuesday or Wednesday. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Check your mailbox so you can pull out your good old Oracle cards. And please let me know when you have got them. I've had to send them out in separate shipments, separate things going on. But by Tuesday or Wednesday, everybody should have their things. And so I'm very excited about that. So with that being said, we are here. Next. Mm, hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm going to wait to confirm it. But this is the weekly reading. This is what we're here for. We're definitely here to do the things, to tap into the spirit, to get the information, and to get the guidance for us for this upcoming week. All right. Y'all, please make sure to go to the link in the bio. We now have crystals at the lighthouse. We have some red jasper stands. 1 second. I'm back. Okay. We have some blessed red jasper stands, kind of like this one. Ooh. With the good old, hold on, I gotta do like the influencer do. Hold up. Focus. Yes, some good old red jasper stands that are available. We also have some more that are coming this week. All right. So I really want y'all to go there and get your crystals. The difference between these red jaspers and other red jasper, I don't have enough red, but still, is that these will be blessed and consecrated by me, as will all of my crystals. Red jasper is an excellent crystal for root chakra, for protection, for stability, and thus it will be consecrated as so. So go to the link in the bio to the website, honey, and get the crystals. So let's go ahead here and say the prayer, and we shall begin. We come forth to the Spirit today with ultimate thanks and gratitude for the opportunity to dive in and seek divine guidance. We ask that there be a hedge of protection placed around myself as I tap into the Spirit and gather this information, and around the people that are watching. Let only the information, the ancestors, the energies that are working for our highest good come forth to bring this information. So let's start off here. So the first thing that the spirit showed me for the collective here, they said you will be challenged by height. Let me say that again. You will be challenged by height. Okay. What they showed me was me walking on the ground and looking up at all of these high buildings. And they kind of showed me something like this for a reading I did yesterday. But essentially, there's a couple of different meanings found here. One, when I tell you your perspectives are going to be challenged within this month, that you are really going to be asked to dive into the different perspectives that exist separate from the perspective that you are most comfortable with. All right. What you have to understand is that perspective is everything. Perspective leads to peace. Perspective is how you release a thing. Perspective is literally everything. How you choose to see it, how you look at it, the information you choose to look at, being able to see things from all sides. Okay. Perspective is everything. So the spirit is really going to be challenging you to expand your perspective, to be able to be willing to see more about the people that you have only had one particular view of, see more about situations that you don't really think are favorable. The spirit is asking us to look at the situations in the past where we have said, this is trash, this is horrible, I can't believe this, why me, and how we look now and see how it all was purposeful. So don't offend the divine by thinking that the divine does not have this thing in order, that there is not a plan in place, that there is not a system in which these things are operating at, and that you won't be able to thrive it, that you will be able to miss your divine purpose and your divine opportunity. You cannot do any of those things, point blank, period. And if you just so happen to exit out of this life here without completing the task, we will see you again. We will see you again. Perspective. Next. The other thing is the spirit is talking about a energy of intimidation that is sweeping through the people, sweeping through the collective. You are not intimidated necessarily by anybody in particular. You are intimidated by your potential. You are intimidated by your purpose. How much sense does it make to be intimidated by the thing you've been created to do? Let's get clear on what intimidate means. Having a frightening, having an an overawing or threatening effect. Okay. Let's get the etymology here. Yes, intimidate, to be made timid. Easily frightened. Fearful, afraid, cowardly, to fear. Absolutely. So you are all of the things that the spirit has for you to do. One, you've been asking for it, wanting it to happen, wanting it to be. But then when it show up to you, an opportunity for you to flex your muscles and flex your potential, then we get afraid and scared. We're like, oh my God, I don't really want to do this. Is it? And intimidation shows up in many ways. Like, is it going to work out? Doubt, right? Am I going to be able to perform? Is it going to be able to do this? Can I do this? Can I do that? Is everything going to work out together? Stop being intimidated by the thing that you've been destined to do. Stop it. I guarantee you the things that you're intimidated by now, you have conquered things that were actually harmful and 80 times worse. So there's no reason for you to falter to intimidation. All right. Those are two perspectives. Hey. The next thing is the spirit is really going to be challenging you on about the people that you look up to. Okay. The difference, and rather the problem with looking up to someone, is the automatic assumption that you are below that person. It is different to look up to someone and rather to look to someone. Okay. So the spirit is really wanting us to check our codependencies with the people that we call our teachers, the people that we are admired by, or rather that we admire, and really being cognizant of that. Being cognizant of you didn't replace either your tool, your tarot cards, your teachers, your mentors, your whatever with patriarchal pastors. That you didn't just slide that person over and put this person in. Because the problem with that is, well, you get to be in a space of not being responsible for you. You get to be in a space where if your mentor don't say anything, if your teacher doesn't say anything, if your elder doesn't say anything, you're not doing nothing. When if your mentor or your teacher or your elder is truly that, they always lead you back to yourself. That you have all the answers the whole time. Click your heels 3 times if you believe. Ain't that what's in the Wiz? Dorothy had to let the children know you got it in you the whole time. As did her. All she had to do was click her heels 3 times. So you cannot be over dependent and over reliant upon these people who have been put in your life to guide you, not for you to live through or live by. That is when you develop room for disappointment. That's when you develop unhealthy coping mechanisms. That's when you develop unhealthy attachments. That's when you develop all of those things because you get so attached to individuals. Understanding this, when you transition up out of here in this life, your mentor, elder, teacher, Baba, Iya, none of them go with you. It's you. So when you, whatever it is you believe, when you get to the other side, honey, even before you get to the other side, the spirit is going to ask you about you and what you did. Because your mentor, your teacher, your elder, your EI, your Baba can tell you anything all day long. But it's a matter of what it is you choose to do. You being led and guided by your own energy, by your own Ori, by your own ancestors, by all of those things. And you have got to be accountable for that, because you will be accountable for that, because you are accountable for that. You are accountable for you. So be very careful of the accountability replacements that you find in your life. Just because this person that always go live on Friday nights as your peace of mind, as your getaway, just because they don't go on live don't mean that you can't find a way to satisfy yourself, that you can't find a way to educate and learn yourself. You always have an opportunity and a space to do that. Stop being the pedestrians stuck in awe at these very tall buildings. Because at any point, the building could collapse. And what you gonna do? Let me listen. So now that what the Spirit just showed me was an aerial view of a crossroads, of a four-way stop. Okay. This is very interesting here because I was like, are we talking about the intersection space? Are we talking about energies at the crossroads? What are we talking about? The Spirit is speaking of this in a very in the sense of an analogy, right? Or rather, I can't think of the word, y'all. What's the word for when I can't even think of this word. Oh, as an entendre. Okay, as an entendre, meaning something else. So with the crossroads, the Spirit wants us to break down that word crossroads. Okay, and there's a couple of different things that this means here. Let me write this down so I don't forget. All right, boom. So the crossroads, the four-way stop, right? Let's think about this four-way stop here. You have people in your life that you meet at the crossroad, that you meet at the stop sign. But let's be clear. At all stop signs, you stop, let the person go, and you keep going. Not everybody you come in contact with in your life, you are supposed to stick with. This goes for parents. This goes for friends. This goes for teachers. This goes for anything, anybody, jobs. Sometimes you're just there to meet and keep going, to cross roads. Come on, Spirit. Come on. All right. And what happens is we mistake the crossroad for a permanent place for us to be at, for a permanent place for us to live at. And when the other person keeps going, we pull the flag and say we have been abandoned. We pull the flag, honey, and say they have left us here with this. I can't believe this. I can't believe they would leave us. I can't believe they would do this. I can't believe they would do that. You're not supposed to be there that long. Sometimes there's people, places, situations, educators, teachers, babas, iyas, all of these things that you are just supposed to meet at that particular intersection. And then once you have met them there, you are supposed to keep going. Some of the relationships were crossroad relationships. We're just supposed to meet so we can have this child and keep going. And that's it. Some of the parents, they was only supposed to meet to give birth to you. And that's it. For you to keep going and find your own family. And you may find, though, that the people you meet at the crossroad are also going the same direction and the same path as you. And that is excellent. But that is not everybody. Next point. Sometimes crossing roads, you can mix up your path with somebody else's path, thinking that this is your path. This is what happens when you follow people and you don't want to do the work yourself or tap into yourself. You are following behind this person and you are wondering why you continue to get lost on this path. Boo, you have crossed your roads. You are following on the path of this person who they are fine. They know where they're going. But because you doubt, come on, somebody, because you doubt your own GPS, honey, because you doubt your own navigation system within yourself, because you doubt your own intuition, your own spiritual connection, because you were okay with these people believing for you, you just said, I'm just going to go where they're going, and hoping and praying that these people are going where it is that you're going. And that is not the truth. This is not so. You have crossed your roads because of your own lack of belief in self, your own lack of belief in the spirit, your own lack of belief in your own connection to the divine. And sometimes you could turn behind somebody at that crossroad and y'all could be driving down the same street. But where they turn and you turn are two different places. You don't get to skip out on your trust in your own spirit and your own spirit team. Because my spirit team ain't your spirit team. My path in life ain't your path. My Ori is not your Ori. My destiny is not your destiny. Your destiny ain't always your teacher's destiny. Your destiny ain't always your Baba or your Eos destiny. Your destiny is your destiny. And you cannot be so afraid in this thing of, what if I mess up? What if I do this? What if I? So then you have no trust in self. And what would you do if this person you following go on to the next life next month? What would you do? If you would, if all would be lost and you wouldn't know what to do, we have a serious problem here. I tell my spiritual family, I tell my people, I tell them as often as I can, but it's about you. Don't call me for everything. You got the abilities, you got the power, you can connect, you can do these things. I understand that I may have led you in this, that I am a leader, I am ahead of you, I'm not above you. And I am not guaranteed to be going the same direction you are going. There's people, teachers that I have identified with heavily that went another direction. And I no longer align with where they are going. But if I had just continued going in that direction because of my lack of self-trust, I would have really been confused. And then the name of the Beyonce song, Find Your Way Back. Big world, but you got it, baby. I'd have to find my way back. So do not skip over your own intuition. Do not skip over your meditation, your forms of divination, your forms of tapping in. Don't skip over that, and don't value other people's word over your own. Because your path ain't their path. And there's a reason why the spirit told you something separate than the spirit told them. It is a supremacist ideology, that we are all supposed to be on the same thing, doing the exact same thing the exact same way. This is untrue. You can find this in hoodoo. Me and one of my sister queens was talking about this week. There's so many people that have different cultural experiences and that bring something different to the craft that they do. So I can't dare run up onto somebody else's practice and tell them this is wrong because it does not look like mine. I am not going to tussle with you over what you say that the spirit told you, that your ancestors told you. I'm not tussling with you over that, because that is a waste of time. Period. Only for us both to die and both have been right. Because I know for a fact I have had some very controversial experiences that uproot a lot of the perspectives of some of the basis of some of these ATRs, of some of these practices that tell you that certain things have to be a certain way in order for this and the third to happen. I have had different experiences But nobody can come forth and tell, and these different experiences that I've had have been confirmed through these other practices that there was nothing wrong with what I did or what happened. I say all that to say your path is your own and you are responsible for that path. You can follow behind somebody and do everything they do and not think autonomously for yourself if you'd like to, but you will be 85 years old and feeling lost. And that's just a part of it. So what you got to do is hone into yourself. I don't care what Darcell says. If your spirit says something different, you got to do that thing. I don't care what any of these people say. You got to listen to your spirit, because the spirit could be working through you to reveal something that which has not been revealed to them. Let me listen. All right. Let's look here. We gotta this just took me out. So I pulled from my ancestor oracle cards, and there's a proverb that comes up here. It may be reversed. You may not be. Oh, you can see it. The chameleon looks in all directions before moving. Not the four-way stop. Not perspectives. Not look at all things and everything. The spirit is challenging us on perspectives. And the first card that comes out here is the chameleon. Not that, which is a confirmation to what we were talking about with perspectives at the beginning of the reading. So remember that the chameleon looks in all directions before moving. There is a difference between fear and cautiousness. Fear has no intention of moving. Cautiousness has every intention of moving, but wants to move forward in a safe and reasonable way. Cautiousness, right? So it is okay to be cautious about what it is that you do, the practices you want to be a part of, any decision you want to make. It's okay to be cautious, but your cautious cannot become so worrisome and paranoid that you become paralyzed in fear. Let's continue. The good old ancestor came out. Arizona, honey, the ancestor of order and organization, of planning. Heavy Virgo energy here. When Arizona comes out, she is specifically speaking to the need for you to have order and organization in your life. And if you have order and organization, a lot of the problems that you are anticipating will not even be a possibility. So Grandma Arizona calls us to tap in to our calendars, our calculators, overlooking things, or rather looking over things and making sure that we have our ducks in a row. I.e., the chameleon looks in all directions before moving. The chameleon is organized. Boom, I see this way. Boom, 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 boom. Everything is checked out. Let's move forward. I feel like there's some business opportunities and financial opportunity, as well as even investments or payment plans that y'all are fermenting on, all right? And so you're looking at the investment, you're figuring out how to order your money, how to do this and everything. We must move with the state of cautiousness, right? We must move with that so that we can make sure that we have all of our ducks in a row and have everything organized. And then we can move forward. All right? The other card we have here, the place. We have a place here, which is focus, the river, which is about renewal and rebirth. Okay? So, one, this is definitely tapping in and busting upside the head all of the water signs, all right? And understanding that the river represents fresh flowing water. The river is not at a standstill with anything. The river is not at a standstill with their opinions of people. The river is not at a standstill with how they view past traumas. The river is not at a standstill with their creativity. The river is not at a standstill. In fact, every time you step into a river, honey, it's some new water here because it's constantly refreshing, because it's constantly moving. It don't have time to get spoiled and stagnant and dirty because it is always moving. It's refreshed. All right. So this does not give you an excuse to not understand or recognize stillness. What this does give you is the energy and the reminder that you can't just stop, especially due to fear. You can't just stop because you don't know how it's going to happen. You don't have to know how things are going to happen, boo. You don't even know that it will happen. You don't even need to know that it will happen. You just need to know what your spirit told you. That's it. That's all you need to know. And you have to keep going. The spirit also wants me to clarify this here. Give me 1 second. Let's clarify the river, please. Y'all, I'm hollering. How come Cato comes out? Ancestor Cato comes out, the ancestor of travel, with the compass on the freaking necklace. Y'all. Not the ancestor of travel coming out when I'm talking about the need to keep going, when we're talking about the chameleon looking in all directions, when we're talking about the four-way stop, when we're talking about paths, the ancestor of travel, Cato, comes out. All right. I get the sense that and supporting that, this ancestor proverb came out, which is hear first, look second, but that came in reverse, which means that y'all are looking first and then hearing second. And there is a problem. Let's explain this further. Cato has the compass around his neck. This is his GPS, like I was talking about, right? Tapping into the divine, tapping into the spirit, and figuring out the direction that they need to go. Cato, in the early 1800s, mid to late 1700s, with his wife, Sarah, who is also in this deck, moved from the Carolinas, where they owned their own farm, forcibly had to move because they were not happy to see these Black people thriving, and they burned down their farm, and they had to leave on foot because they wanted him dead, and they left on foot in the 1700s with a newborn baby and traveled from the Carolinas, from North Carolina, all the way down to what is considered Corpus Christi here in Texas. If you don't know where that is, that's literally like at the bottom. So these people made it all the way on foot. On foot with a newborn baby. Did you think they knew exactly how they were going to do it? No. Did they look at the situation instead of hearing what the spirit has to say first and then looking at their situation next? Did they look at it and say, woo, His name is Cato, C-A-T-O, Cato. Cato Tippin, that's my ancestor. Did they look at the situation and say, ooh, that's a long travel. Ooh, yeah, we gonna have to thug it out here and figure out and just stay here and fend off all these white folks coming to burn down this property. No, they had to hear first. They had to hear the call, hear the divine, hear the spirit, and then start going. Start go and look at their situation. But they had to go. If they didn't go, there would be no Darcell Andre because my lineage would have ceased. Okay? So stop trying to get caught up in how is it going to happen. Stop using your divination tools to figure out how. All you need to know is that you move, not how is it going to work out? When is this going to happen? How? You don't need to know all of that. You just need to get moving and get to going and trust and do your work. And I have yet to see a time in space where the ancestors, the spirit team, the spirit, the mother has lied. The spirit also wants to talk about the need for us to refresh, just like the river, the vision. All right? We got to keep our vision refreshed. We got to keep our space refreshed. If you have been thinking of repainting a wall or changing up a room or changing your hair or changing up your style, I want to encourage you to do that. Clarify this for me, Spirit. I want to encourage you to do that. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. As Chef Vincent, who is my grandfather on my mother's side, who is the ancestor of creativity, who specifically speaks to enhancing your expression of yourself, changing your environment, re-sparking that creative, that sacral energy. As he comes out to confirm that. Again, get moving. You don't need the stuff you think is insignificant. It's not insignificant. You changing up your space, you repainting, you changing your hair could have put you, giving you so much optimism. You could have went to the place and met somebody that was going to give you a breakthrough for your next situation. Anything could have happened. That's why the spirit is causing you to just move. Just move and just do it. Okay, I changed my room around yesterday. Come on, Gloria, you in alignment. Kendra, confirmation. Yes, absolutely. All right. Some of us here, we got the front porch. We got the front porch that came out here. All right. The front porch is a place represented in the cards, and it talks about observation, but it came in reverse. A lot of y'all been just sitting there rocking, looking at people refresh and renew and change up stuff. Well, okay, thank you for observing. You done observed too long. It's time for you to get to moving. Unique Taylor, confirmation, you are in my house. I'm in your house. Good. It's time for you. You have sat there and observed and been like, show can't wait till I can do that. Oh, that show is nice. Show can't wait. That show is nice to see that's happening. I know I've been wanting to exercise and get to the gym. Ooh, it look good seeing them lose weight. Ooh, okay, thank you for observing. Now, get it going. You done watched enough. Some of y'all, all right, Spirit, some of y'all, Spirit just said, some of y'all got all these Pinterest boards and you might as well not have them because you ain't did nothing with it yet. Some of y'all done saved pictures and videos about body transformations and you ain't did nothing about it yet. You ain't did nothing about it yet. Some of y'all got all types of journals and things written down and you haven't did anything about it yet. You still on this front porch rocking. Mm-hmm. Woo! Sure wish. Y'all done made playlists and everything. For what? The Spirit said, for what? Y'all done went and spent money and bought all types of shit. All types of objects, all types of books, all types of electronics, all types of backgrounds, all types of what else, Spirit? What else you got? All types of equipment. What else, Spirit, they got? All types of recipe books. What else, Spirit? All types of courses and classes. And still ain't did nothing about it yet. Not preparation work. And guess what? Being preparing. Y'all at this point, y'all should have, as long as you've been preparing for this, you could have did it 12 times. I feel like my husband looking at me from the other room, and I know he's watching. This the facts. It is the straight facts, straight up like that. I wish there was another way for me to talk about it or for me to say it, honey. I started preparing my thing and getting the tools that I need to enhance my work. Good job. Let's make sure we don't get stuck in the preparation mode, because we love to get stuck in the preparation mode. Spirit, let's clarify this here. Aunt Effie, hey, that's my auntie. That's my Aunt Effie, honey. You see Aunt Effie, honey? She got her bat, her shotgun, her pistol, honey, her machete. Girl, she got her, listen, honey, she got her stomach showing, honey. She got her cigarette in her mouth, honey. Aunt Effie is the ancestor of confrontation. When Aunt Effie comes out, Aunt Effie's letting you know, oh, this week, oh, and the rest of this month, you're going to have to confront some things, honey. This week and the rest of this month, you're going to have to confront some things. This is not the time anymore for you to be silent to yourself, to be silent to the other people, and be silent to expressing and confronting the issues. You have let go on too long. I'm going to tell you right now. In this year of 7, in this energy of 7, if you do not bring to a close a great deal of this, when we get into the year 8 and that 8 turns to the side and it's an infinity symbol, you're going to be windmilling these problems your whole life. Delara, you so Texas. Why I read this? I read it. Ooh wee. I read it just like that. Yes, confirmation. Yes. Aunt Effie was not a woman to hold her tongue. She was going to say it. And in this time, in this space, let me tell y'all something. In this time, in this space, you are not being told to hold your tongue because you just can't communicate and it's going to be too reckless. I'm about to windmill y'all. The Spirit says some of y'all keep using that excuse for you not to speak up for yourself. Some of y'all keep using that excuse to say, man, but if I say it, it's going to mess everything up and it's better for me to hush up and shut up and not say nothing. You've been using that as an excuse to not address your shit. You've been using that as an excuse. I'm going to say it wrong. I'm going to do this. They're going to get offended. You've been using that as your excuse. You've been using it as an excuse. Oh, it's best for me to just, it's an excuse. It's not the truth. You're just too comfortable to really shake some shit up. Baby, we coming with both guns blasting. Because quiet as it's kept, some of the people that you are being so worried about, they ain't scared to tell you what they want to tell you. Say what needs to be said. Stop using that as a cover to hide behind. And how do I know you hide behind it? Because boom, the closet came up. Hidden information. The closet. The closet. You see, peep this. Some of us love calling the people. Let me take my glasses off of this. Some of us love calling the people liars and manipulative and deceptive. But what are you if you are hiding the truth of how you feel? What are you? What are you if you are hiding the truth about how you feel? What are you? What are you doing? Letting these people walk around as if everything's okay and you know it's not okay. They ask you, are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. You're a liar, boo. You're lying. You are lying. And you have now allowed room for this person to keep on going as if everything is cool and everything's all right. And it's really not, boo. You're not telling the truth. And that is an ongoing principle. Some of y'all may not be dealing with that right now, but there are others of you that are, and there are others of you that go in and out of that season. You'd be pissed as hell when you find out somebody else has had hidden feelings and hidden thoughts and felt some type of way about you and didn't say nothing. But you get to do it. Well, I wonder why you keep attracting people that do that. What did Michael Jackson say? I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Now, this gonna gag the people that was in the watch party. Also, that came out with Aunt Effie. Honey, is the garden. Growth and seeds. Growth and seeds. Growth and seeds. I'm waiting for the people in the comments to be gagged. Hold up, that was at the watch party. I'm waiting for them to be gagged. I'm waiting for them to be gagged. The very thing you don't want to address, the very thing you don't want to call out is the very thing that's gonna set you free. That's gonna grow you. You're right, Kendra. Your appeal has been accepted. That's your appeal, Kendra. And I'm telling you, all that healing and breakthrough is hidden behind that thing you don't want to talk about and you don't want to address. And if it is that you don't want to talk about it and you don't want to address it, who is stopping you from your healing? you. So you can blame all the people you want to blame. You can do this, you can do that. But I come back and let me know how that has been working for you, because that's what you've been doing already. So how has that been working for you? The gag is it hasn't. There's another ancestor proverb that came out that I accidentally put back into the deck. But what that proverb stated was, and I quote, "We are what our thinking makes us." And then Papa Peace comes out here at the bottom of the deck, reverse. Papa Peace, who is the ancestor of mindfulness, comes out in reverse. Okay? Meaning, there's a great deal of us that really need to sit down with ourselves, and Arizona came out again. Sit down with ourselves and get our thoughts and things back in order. Mindfulness, that is awareness of self. That is awareness of self. As my folks would say, get your mind right. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. Do your meditations. Do your affirmations. Go to your therapy sessions. Book your coaching sessions. Stick to it. Invest money. You know what? Do this. All them subscriptions you be paying for so you can watch that trash ass TV. Invest that into a session. That one night when you will go out drinking, that one night when you will go out and spend all your money over here, use that to book a consultation with a spiritualist, with a teacher that you trust. Use that and pour that money into your mind, into your therapist, into your therapy sessions, into your group sessions. Use that money for that. Papa Peace is also the ancestor of perspectives and the importance of perspectives. Y'all will go and drop a quick bag on a piece of hair. Y'all will go and drop a quick bag on a car. Y'all will drop a quick bag, on an outfit, on some shoes, on a NIQQA or NIKKA or NIGGA. Y'all will go drop a bag quickly. But when it comes to your personal development, when it comes to the well-being of your mind, when it comes to a therapist, when it comes to a spiritual coach, when it comes to a consultation, when it comes to education, when it comes to a course, ooh, I can do it next month. I think I could do it next month. Yeah, I think I can do it next month. Am I making bad decisions right now, informed by my lack of mental wellness and energetic wellness? Yeah, but I can hold off another few months. I can hold off. Priorities out of order. Arizona comes out to confirm that. Papa Peace comes out in reverse to confirm that. It is the what? The mind that's out of order. And we got to get this together collectively. Because it's no good. All right? Make sure y'all go and sign up for the golden class. We have come to the end of the reading. Sign up for the golden class. Let's go ahead and get those spots. You don't want to miss your spot. Click that link and do that. Order these Oracle cards if you want them. I told y'all to be checking y'all's mailbox Tuesday or Wednesday for the cards for those that were a part of this shipment. Please check those out so you can get those and post about it and talk about it when you get them. All right. What else? If you're not in the Patreon, I'm running up on you straight like that. Okay. Um, and that's all I got. I want y'all to go forth and conquer. I want y'all to love yourselves. I want you to love, do well, choose you. Replay this, share this with some friends and family, honey. I love y'all from a light filled place. Peace.